Good morning. I'm Abhishek Mukhopadhyay. With me is Subhadra Ramachandran. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to share his thoughts in Mann Ki Baat program at 11 a.m. today. President Ramnath Kovind to embark on a 4-day visit to Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh today. India achieves another milestone of administering more than 43 crore doses of corona vaccine. Delhi government announces further relaxation in corona restrictions from tomorrow. Delhi Metro and buses allowed to ply with full capacity. National Testing Agency to give another chance to JEE Main 2021 exam candidates of rain-hit districts of Maharashtra if they fail to appear on the 25th and 27th of this month. Death toll in rain and flood-related incidents rises to 112 in Maharashtra. 99 people still missing. Indian Embassy in Kabul issues security advisory for Indian nationals living in Afghanistan. Ace shuttler PV Sindhu beat Ksenia Polikarpova of Israel to enter the next round of the Tokyo Olympics. Indian rowers qualify for the semi-finals of the lightweight men's double sculls event. India's MC Mary Kom to start her campaign this afternoon. And in cricket, first T20 international between India and Sri Lanka to be played in Colombo this evening. As the nationwide free COVID-19 vaccination campaign at government facilities for those above 18 years is going on, we advise our young listeners to get vaccinated and also to help others to get vaccinated. We also advise our listeners not to lower their guard as COVID-19 remains a threat to our health. Please stay at home unless it is essential to go out and continue to follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact National Helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075. And now the news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will share his thoughts with the people in the country and abroad in the Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio at 11 a.m. today. This will be the 79th episode of the monthly radio program. It will be broadcast on the entire network of AIR and Doordarshan and also on AIR News website www.newsonair.com and News on AIR mobile app. It will also be streamed live on the YouTube channels of AIR, DD News, PMO and Information and Broadcasting Ministry. AIR will broadcast the program in regional languages immediately after the Hindi broadcast. The regional language versions will be repeated at 8 in the evening. President Ramnath Kovind will be on a 4-day visit to Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh from today. President will pay homage to the indomitable courage and sacrifice of the Indian Armed Forces during the Kargil conflict in 1999 at the Kargil War Memorial Dras in Ladakh tomorrow, which is the 22nd anniversary of Kargil Vijay Divas. President will address the 19th annual convocation of the University of Kashmir in Srinagar on Tuesday. More from a correspondent.
The President of India, Ramnath Kovind, will be on a 4-day visit to the Union Territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, which is commencing from today. As per official sources, the President is scheduled to pay homage to the indomitable courage and sacrifice of the Indian Armed Forces during the Kargil conflict in 1999 at the Kargil War Memorial at Dras in Ladakh tomorrow in connection with the 22nd anniversary of the Kargil Vijay Divas. On July 27th, the President will grace and address the 19th annual convocation of the University of Kashmir in Srinagar. Security has already been beefed up across Kashmir Valley in connection with his visit. In 2019 also, the President was scheduled to visit Dras to pay tributes to Kargil martyrs, but his flight could not take off from Srinagar airport due to bad weather. Sunil Kaul for AIR News from Srinagar.
India's cumulative COVID vaccination coverage has achieved the landmark milestone of 43 crores. The cumulative figure stands at 43 crores, 26,05,567. More than 22,80,000 vaccine doses were administered as first dose and 2,72,000 vaccine doses given as second dose in the age group of 18 to 44 years yesterday. Cumulatively, over 13 crore 77 lakh persons in the age group of 18 to 44 years across 37 states and union territories have received their first dose, and more than 60 lakh 46,000 have received their second dose since the start of phase 3 of the vaccination drive. Delhi government has announced further relaxation in COVID-induced restrictions with effect from tomorrow morning. Delhi Metro will be allowed to run with 100% seating capacity but no standing passenger will be allowed. Similarly, multiplexes, theatres and cinema halls will be allowed to reopen with 50% capacity. The new relaxation has been announced in view of decline in COVID-19 cases in the national capital. The new guidelines will be effective from 5 a.m. 26 July to 9th August till 5 a.m. or further orders. Delhi Disaster Management Authority in its order has said that number of people allowed at marriage functions and last rites in Delhi has been raised to 100 from tomorrow. Bars will also be allowed to reopen with 50% of the seating capacity from 12 noon to 10 p.m. All shops will be permitted to function on all days of the week without any distinction of essential and non-essential goods and services. However, the timings of such shops dealing with non-essential goods will be between 10 a.m. and 8 p.m.
In Gujarat, a special vaccination drive has been organized today across all the 1,800 vaccination centers for those involved in commercial activities in the state. The state government has made it mandatory for the owners and staffers of all commercial units in the state to get the first dose of vaccine before 31st of July. A report from a correspondent.
Apart from the people associated with shops, malls, hotels, restaurants and salons, the teaching staff working at coaching institutes, library, people associated with sports and cinema, as well as drivers and conductors of state transport service will also be administered vaccines today. In view of the possible third wave, the special vaccination drive is being organized to ensure that people who come in contact with the public get vaccinated. Meanwhile, around 3 lakh people were administered vaccines against COVID-19 yesterday. The state reported 39 cases of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. No death was reported in the state due to COVID-19. The state is still left with an active caseload of 342. With Aparna Khund's report from Ahmedabad, Tanvi Khurana, AIR News.
In Uttar Pradesh, COVID-19 infection is under control due to the aggressive strategy of the state government under the leadership of Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. COVID control is the result of trace, test and treatment in the state. More from a Lucknow correspondent.
According to Health Department, there are only 932 active cases in Uttar Pradesh with a population of 25 crores. The COVID recovery rate in the state is 98.6%, that is higher than the national average. During the last 24 hours, only 42 new cases of COVID were detected, while 99 people were cured and discharged in the state. Uttar Pradesh is the only state in country to test more than 6 crore 38 lakh COVID samples. 6 districts, Balrampur, Basti, Etah, Hathras, Mahova and Shravasti have become corona infection free. Uttar Pradesh is the first state to administer more than 4 crore 38 lakh doses of COVID vaccines. MS Yadav, AIR News, Lucknow.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah will inaugurate various schemes in Guwahati today. He will inaugurate radiotherapy block and new LINAC, that is Linear Integrated Machine, at State Cancer Institute at Guwahati Medical College and Hospital. Later, Mr. Shah will lay the foundation stone of Tamulpur Medical College and also hand over checks to the family members of COVID-19 victims in Guwahati. Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan has announced that candidates from rain and landslide hit 7 cities of Maharashtra who are not able to reach the test centers for Joint Entrance Examination G Main 2021 Season 3 will be given another chance to appear in the test. In a tweet, Mr. Pradhan informed that the National Testing Agency NTA has been advised to grant another opportunity to all candidates who have examination centers in the cities of Kolhapur, Palghar, Ratnagiri, Raigad, Sindhudurg, Sangli and Satara, who are not able to reach there on 25th and 27th of July. He further informed that the students with examination centers in these cities need not panic, and the dates for the same will be announced soon by the NTA. The candidates are further advised to keep visiting the official websites of NTA for the latest updates. For more clarification related to G Main 2021, the candidates can also contact 011-4075-9000 or email at gmain@nta.ac.in.
The Central Bureau of Investigation (CBI) has arrested a station director, G.S. Joshi, posted at Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus, CSMT Central Railway, as well as an official named Babu in a bribery case. The CBI said that a case was registered against the accused on the allegations of demanding undue advantage in the form of bribe of 10,000 rupees from the complainant for allowing him to operate his contract without any problems. CBI laid a trap and caught the official for accepting bribe on the alleged directions of the station director. The agency also conducted searches at the premises of the accused.
You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to share his thoughts in Mann Ki Baat program at 11 a.m. today. President Ramnath Kovind to embark on a 4-day visit to Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh today. India achieves another milestone of administering more than 43 crore doses of corona vaccine. Delhi government announces further relaxation in corona restrictions from tomorrow. Delhi metro and buses allowed to ply with full capacity. National Testing Agency to give another chance to Main 2021 exam candidates of rain-hit districts of Maharashtra if they fail to appear on the 25th and 27th of this month. Death toll in rain and flood-related incidents rises to 112 in Maharashtra, 99 people still missing. Indian Embassy in Kabul issues security advisory for Indian nationals living in Afghanistan. Ace Shatla PV Sindhu beat Ksenia Polikarpova of Israel to enter the next round of the Tokyo Olympics. Indian rowers qualify for the semi-finals of lightweight men's double sculls event. India's MC Mary Kom to start her campaign this afternoon. And in cricket, first T20 international between India and Sri Lanka to be played in Colombo this evening. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो कुछ वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे.
Welcome back. You are listening to the morning news. Maharashtra Relief and Rehabilitation Department said that till date as many as 112 people have been reported to have died in the state due to flood, besides 99 gone missing. It said around 19 bodies have been recovered from landslide-hit areas of Mirgaon, Dhokawale, Ambeghar in Patan Taluka till last night. According to the latest information shared by the department, about 135,000 people have been evacuated from the flooded areas in the state. Meanwhile, the Kolhapur District Administration has set up a public address system, PAS, to immediately inform the citizens about the emergency situation in the district.
This system, based on GSM technology, has been installed in 36 villages of Shirol Taluka and 21 villages in Karvir Taluka, which have been severely affected by the floods. Information Officer of District Information Office Vrishali Patil said this system saves time and fuel for administrative officers or employees to go to the spot and give instructions. She said in addition to this, due to timely notification, the citizens are getting enough time to evacuate following the necessary instructions. Meanwhile, Union Minister Narayan Rane and Leader of Opposition Devendra Fadnavis will visit the flood-hit areas today. Devapriya Bhattacharjee, AIR News, Mumbai.
In Dras, preparations for the 22nd anniversary of the Kargil Vijay Divas are in full swing. Elaborative arrangements have been made for post-COVID pandemic mega event at Kargil War Memorial in Dras. A day ahead of Kargil Vijay Divas, several events are scheduled to unfold the grand celebrations on 26th of July. Briefing at Lamochan Viewpoint, fusion band performance, Sher Shah movie trailer release, Kargil song release, prayers by religious teachers, lighting up of the lamps at War Memorial, and finally events conclude with a band display today. For the first time, the President of India, Shri Ramnath Kovind, is scheduled to visit Dras War Memorial to pay homage to the martyrs on the 26th of July. On the other hand, Kargil War Memorial in Dras is abuzz with visitors and media teams. Army has taken extra caution to allow all invitees with only RT-PCR negative report. The KBD event became popular and War Memorial a tourist attraction on NH1.
In Jammu and Kashmir, one terrorist was killed in an encounter with security forces at Munan area of Kulgam district this morning. Police said the encounter broke out after a joint team of security forces launched a cordon search operation based on specific inputs about the presence of terrorists in the area. As the joint team approached towards the suspected spot, the terrorists fired upon the security forces, who in retaliation killed one terrorist. the identity of the slain terrorists is being ascertained. The Embassy of India in Afghanistan has issued a security advisory for Indian nationals living in the country. The embassy has asked Indians staying, visiting and working in Afghanistan to exercise utmost vigilance and caution with regard to security at work, residence and also during their movement to workplaces. They have also been asked to avoid all non-essential travel as security situation in Afghanistan remains dangerous in several provinces. They have been asked to avoid movements, especially during peak commuting hours. The embassy also said that travelling outside the main city should be avoided. It further said that while travelling on road, distance should be maintained from possible targets like military convoys, vehicles of government ministries and offices, high-ranking officials and law enforcement agencies. Visiting crowded markets, shopping complexes, mandis, restaurants and other public places must also be avoided. All Indian nationals arriving in Afghanistan have been advised to register with embassy or consulates. Indian companies operating in Afghanistan have been advised to make special security arrangements for Indian employees deployed at project sites.
In another example of continuing cooperation between India and Bangladesh in fighting the COVID-19 pandemic, a train carrying liquid medical oxygen reached Benapole in Bangladesh last night. Our correspondent from Bangladesh has filed this report.
This is the first time ever that the Oxygen Express is put into operation to a neighboring country. These special train services were started in India from April 24. So far, 480 such Oxygen Expresses were operationalized within India. This consignment will significantly augment necessary reserves of liquid medical oxygen in Bangladesh, which is facing a surge in COVID-19 cases over the last several weeks. The consignment will be decanted in Bangladesh and supplied to hospitals in the country to support it in the fight against the current COVID wave. The Railway Ministry said in a statement that India is committed to further sharing medical supplies in tandem with the improvement in its own pandemic situation with its closest partners in the neighborhood. Rajesh Jha, AIR News, Dhaka.
Afghan authorities have imposed night curfew in 31 provinces across the country in an attempt to curb surging violence. People will not be allowed to get out of their homes from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. except for emergency. Kabul, Eastern Nangarhar province and Northern Panjshir province have been kept out of the new decree. Interior Ministry also said that most of the terror activities are carried out during the night and that he had led them to impose such unprecedented limitations. Afghan Interior Ministry has also asked people in 31 provinces to cooperate with the Afghan forces and abide by the rules of night curfew.
India's medal hopeful and 2016 Rio Games silver medalist PV Sindhu won her women's singles first round match against Israel's Ksenia Polikarpova 21-7, 21-10. Sindhu completed her win with ease as she cruised to the next round with a win in straight games. Indian rowers Arvind Singh and Arjun Lal Jatt have qualified for the semi-finals of the lightweight men's double sculls event. The Indian pair finished third in repechage 2 and sealed their place for the semi-finals. Earlier, Indian shooters Manu Bhaker and Yashaswini Singh Deswal failed to qualify for the women's 10-meter air pistol final, while Angad Bajwa and Mehraj Ahmed Khan are competing in men's skeet qualification. In lawn tennis, Sania Mirza and her partner Ankita Raina are playing their first-round women's doubles match against Ukraine's Kichonok twins Nadia and Ludmila. This is Sania Mirza's fourth Olympic Games. A host of tennis stars will be in action, including home heroes Naomi Osaka and Kei Nishikori. Gymnastics icon Simone Biles will begin her campaign at the Games. Pranati Nayak, India's only gymnast in Tokyo Olympics, is seen in action in women's all-round qualification in the artistic gymnastic event. The second day at Tokyo 2020 began with round 1 of the men's surfing kicking off. In addition to surfing, we'll also see the Olympic debut of skateboarding today. This year, 4 new sports were introduced to Olympics, including karate and sports climbing. There are 18 girls on offer today. The qualification rounds for artistic gymnastics will continue. For India, 6-time world champion MC Mary Kom in 51 kg category will fight her opening bout against Miguelina Hernandez Garcia of Dominican Republic at 1:30 p.m. Indian pugilist Manish Kaushik will take on Luke McCormack of Great Britain in men's lightweight round of 32 at 3 p.m. Divyan Singh Panwar and Deepak Kumar will also be in action in the men's 10-meter air rifle shooting event at 9:30 a.m. In sailing, Netra Kumanan is competing in women's laser radial heats today, while Vishnu Saravanan will compete in men's laser heats at 11:05 a.m. In table tennis, G. Satyan will take on Lam Siu Hang of Hong Kong in men's singles round 2 at 10:30 a.m. Paddler Manika Batra will play against Ukrainian opponent Margarita Pestoska in the second round of women's singles at 12 p.m. India's men's hockey team will clash against Australia after winning their first game against New Zealand at 3 p.m. In swimming, Mana Patel is participating in women's 100-meter backstroke heats, while in men's 200-meter freestyle heats, Sajan Prakash is in fray, while Sri Hari Natraj will compete in men's 100-meter backstroke heats.
India opened its account on the first day itself with weightlifter Mirabai Chanu winning silver medal. We have more from a correspondent on Indian standings after day one.
Billions of Indians were in high spirits as India opened its medal tally on the first day of the Tokyo Games itself. Mirabai Chanu lifted a total of 202 kg in weightlifting for the prestigious Olympic silver medal. Used to medal-less opening days, Chanu's silver placed India 12th on the tally, a feat achieved for the first time ever. Mirabai Chanu expressed happiness on her historic win and said her dream has been fulfilled.
मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई क्योंकि मैंने बहुत सपना किया था ओलंपिक मेडल लेने के लिए, बहुत मेहनत की थी, तो मेरा सपना पूरा हो गया है, तो मैं बहुत खुशी हूँ, मैं बता नहीं सकती, मैं बहुत खुश हूँ.
At the tennis court, Sumit Nagal became only the third Indian to win a men's singles match at the Games. Nagal got the better of Istomin 6-4, 6-7, 6-4 in 2 hours and 34 minutes at the Ariake Tennis Center to set up a second-round clash with world number 2, Daniil Medvedev. The men's double pair of Swastik Raj Ranilke Reddy and Chirag Shetty shocked the world number 3 pair of Yang Li and Qin Li Wang of Chinese Taipei 21-16, 16-21, 27-25 in their first Group A match. But in men's singles, 13 seed B. Sai Praneeth went down to Israel's world number 47 Misha Zilberman in a 41-minute clash. Manika Batra and Sutirtha Mukherjee made promising starts in the table tennis women's singles campaign. While Manika defeated Tin Tin Ho of Britain 4-0 in her singles opener, 98th ranked Sutirtha made a strong impression on her Olympics debut with a come-from-behind 4-3 win against 78th ranked Linda of Sweden. However, in mixed doubles, Manika and A. Sarat Kamal lost 0-4 to third seeds Lin Yunju and Cheng Yi-jing of Chinese Taipei. Indian shooters could not live up to the expectation on Saturday. 19-year-old Saurabh Chaudhary finished top in the 10-meter air pistol qualification but faltered in the finals of his debut Olympics. In the women's 10-meter air rifle event, neither Elevanil Valeriban nor Apurvi Chandela could make to the finals. On the hockey field, the men's team defeated lower-ranked New Zealand 3-2, but women's team lost to world number 1 Netherlands 1-5. Archers Deepika Kumari and Praveen Jadhav caused an upset by beating Chinese Taipei, but were no match for the Koreans in quarterfinals, who won despite not being at their best. In boxing, Vikas Krishnan could hardly put up a fight against local favourite Sivonret Quincy Mensa Okazawa and was outpunched 0-5 in 69 kg category. Indian judoka Sushila Devi lost her first round bout and the men's lightweight double sculls rowers Arvind Singh and Arjun Lal Judd finished 5th in the heats. Aarti Rana, Sports Desk.
The first T20 International of the 3-match series between India and Sri Lanka will be played at the R. Premadasa Stadium in Colombo this evening. The match will start at 7 p.m. Indian time. India will go into the T20 series on the back of a 2-1 win in the ODI series. All India Radio will broadcast commentaries in Hindi and English. India-Pacific men's doubles badminton group match will be broadcast from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. or till the end of the match. It will also be carried in YouTube, DTH and news on AIR mobile app. Now let us take a look at the weather for today. The national capital Delhi will have generally cloudy sky with light rain or drizzle. It recorded 28 degrees Celsius as a minimum temperature, while the maximum will be around 37 degrees. Mumbai is predicted to have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain, minimum and maximum temperature hovering between 25 and 32 degrees Celsius. Chennai is likely to have partly cloudy sky. Kolkata will have generally cloudy sky with spells of rain or thunder showers. Srinagar may witness partly cloudy sky. The minimum temperature was 20 degrees Celsius, while the maximum will be nearly 31 degrees. Jammu is forecast to have partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Leh may have mainly clear sky. Minimum temperature was 14 degrees Celsius, while maximum will be around 32 degrees Celsius. Gilgit is likely to have mainly clear sky. Muzaffarabad is forecast to have partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm, as temperature will hover between 25 and 38 degrees Celsius. Guwahati may have generally cloudy sky with few spells of rain or thunder showers. The minimum temperature is around 28 degrees Celsius, while the maximum will be around 35 degrees. Imphal is likely to have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Shillong may have generally cloudy sky with few spells of rain or thunder showers. The temperature will move from a minimum of 19 degrees Celsius to a maximum of 26 degrees. Aizawl is also predicted to have cloudy sky with few spells of rain or thunder showers. The minimum temperature is 19 degrees Celsius, while the maximum will be nearly 26 degrees. Kohima may have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Itanagar is likely to have cloudy sky with few spells of rain or thunder showers. Gangtok may have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Agartala will have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. It recorded the minimum temperature of 27 degrees Celsius and move up to 33 degrees as the maximum. Port Blair is expected to have cloudy sky with few spells of rain or thunder showers. Agatti is also expected to have cloudy sky with few spells of rain or thunder showers. The minimum and maximum temperature will be between 26 and 32 degrees Celsius. And Thiruvananthapuram is forecast to have cloudy sky with few spells of rain or thunder showers.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. Mirabai Chanu becoming the first Indian weightlifter to win a silver medal in the Olympics is a story that is covered prominently by the newspapers on their front pages. Silver lining, sensational Chanu opens India's medal account headlines the Asian Age. Centre issues security advisory for Indians in Afghanistan, says the Statesman. India registers protest with Pak over drones, notes the Sunday Tribune. Massive evacuation in rain-ravaged Maharashtra, writes the Pioneer, adding 89,000 moved to safety, relief operation continue. Rail and air connectivity for all northeast capital by 2024, says Home Minister, reports the Sunday Express. The Times of India quotes AIIMS Director Randeep Guleria as saying, might need to adopt vax booster dose. Green light for Delhi metro buses to run at full capacity, informs the Hindu. And finally, Hindustan Times reports, cinemas, spas, pools to open with restrictions in the national capital.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to share his thoughts in Mann Ki Baat program at 11 a.m. today. President Ramnath Kovind to embark on a 4-day visit to Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh today. India achieves another milestone of administering more than 43 crore doses of corona vaccine. Delhi government announces further relaxation in corona restrictions from tomorrow. Delhi metro and buses allowed to ply with full capacity. National Testing Agency to give another chance to JEE Main 2021 exam candidates of rain-hit districts of Maharashtra if they fail to appear on the 25th and 27th of this month. Death toll in rain and flood-related incidents rises to 112 in Maharashtra, 99 people still missing. Indian Embassy in Kabul issues security advisory for Indian nationals living in Afghanistan. Ace shuttler PV Sindhu beat Ksenia Polikarpova of Israel to enter the next round of Tokyo Olympics. Indian rowers qualify for the semi-finals of lightweight men's double sculls event. India's MC Mary Kom to start a campaign this afternoon. And in cricket, first T20 international between India and Sri Lanka to be played in Colombo this evening. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.